Hello and welcome back to Old Fashioned Graces. Today we are going to talk about cloth diapering 2 under 2 for my second time. We have 5 children. I've cloth diapered them exclusively or almost exclusively. And so my first is 6.5 years old now, and my youngest is almost 5 months old. So we have essentially been cloth diapering for 6.5 years straight. There was a couple month stretch where I had potty trained my oldest before my second was born. But other than that, we've been cloth diapering straight for that time. And this is my second time cloth diapering 2 under 2, but my third time cloth diapering 2 children at once. So that just kind of gives you an idea of where we're going. So am I still cloth diapering? Am I exclusively cloth diapering? And how is that all going? Up until almost a year ago, when we had a really bad ice storm here in northern Michigan in April, my fourth child had never had a disposable diaper on her. I never had the need to, but then we were out without power for 5 days. So the storm happened while we were out of town, and I knew we were out without power, and I knew it could be weeks before we had power again. And that means we don't have water because of our well, and obviously can't run laundry. So I bought a box of disposable diapers. I bought a box of disposable diapers for her on our way back to our home, and we used those during that time, and then we've used them for when we are out and about since then. If I'm looking down, the baby's down there. When our fifth was born, my in-laws, who were watching my other 4 children, bought a box of disposable diapers, and we ended up using those. They used those while they had her. We used those for the first couple of days when I was recovering postpartum for my 4th child, and then we have used them when we are going into town since then because I want to use them up, and we already have them and they're free. And we still have a lot left because we're using like 1, maybe 2 diapers a week out of that box. So that is the situation with that. I guess technically we're not exclusively cloth diapering her because she does get disposable diapers every week or so. Other than that, she is still exclusively cloth diapered, and everything is going well with that. She is probably to the point where I could potty train her. She's a 1.5 years. But I'm going to wait and not do that right now because there's a lot of other stuff going on in life at the moment. So she will continue to be cloth diapered for a while. I am using the largest size of cloth diapers that I have. So there's this size, which is the Bumpkins one. I have a couple of these, and then I have the brown thread Ozy Cozy pre-folds. And those were what I use primarily on her. And then I do have some of receiving blankets that I will fold up and put in covers as well, because she is to the largest size. She is in size 3T clothes at a 1.5 years old. So she's just my husband and I are both tall. All of our children are on the higher end of their growth chart, so we run into the issue of our children going out of cloth diapers before they are ready to potty train sometimes. Which is not an issue for most people, but our children tend to be on like the 80th percentile for growth, which means you grow out of stuff faster. Now, my 5th, who is almost 5 months old, has not been in a disposable diaper yet. I don't see that happening, but you never know. I love cloth diapering. It has worked for us. I like doing it for many reasons. I like it for the environmental reasons. I like it for their health and, not having a bunch of chemicals against them. I like it for the saving money aspect. So there's many, many different reasons why I cloth diaper, but it is not a moral obligation to me, in the sense that with my 4th child wearing disposable diapers sometime, I don't see that as a failure on my part because it's not a moral issue, but it is something that I feel a lot better with doing the cloth diapers with. Now my almost 5-month-old are in the yellow Ozy Cozy. This size, I'll have to look it up to see what it's technically called. and she will be in these for quite a while. We switched to these a couple weeks ago from the blue thread size, and she'll be in these for a while. And we are using, for covers for both of them, it's a mix. We have a couple pockets. I love this pocket. It's just so cute and girly. So we have these. We have some PUL covers. These are my favorite by MC Vimsy. Like, the Velcro band is the softest Velcro band I have ever seen on a diaper cover. Unfortunately, they're discontinued. So if we have more kids, we won't be able to use them because I got these for my 4th and they are wearing out. So I don't think they will survive past my 5th, which really stinks. I love them. I got those off of eBay. So unfortunately, I think they're probably going to be the last child wearing them. And then I have a variety of wool covers I'm using. I have this style, which this one barely fits her anymore, even though I just made it like a couple weeks before Christmas. So I need to make some in the larger size, and I have more sweaters. I love this one because it's cashmere and it's just so soft. And then I have wool longies for her, but primarily for my next oldest, because at 1.5 she's moving around a lot. So this is a pair that I knitted. I will link the video that I talked about the pattern. I love this pattern. I would like to make it a couple more times. It's fantastic. They're just so cute. Highly recommend. If you're doing the larger size like this one, it's like this part is a lot of knitting. You're just knitting. But because it's just stockinette stitch, it's fantastic if you like to knit while watching a show or listening to an audiobook or something like that, because it's a simple project. So that is what we're using for covers. It's a mix between the wool and the PUL. The pocket diapers, I don't actually use as a pocket diaper. I either just use it as a cover and put it around a pre-fold, or I will fold up the receiving blankets and put them in that way. That's my favorite way to use a pocket diaper. I'm still washing the diapers separate because at this point, my youngest is still exclusively breastfed. So her poop dissolves completely in water, which is fantastic when it comes to washing cloth diapers. And my 1.5-year-old is obviously on solid foods. So her poop is just like, it's normal poop. So that has to be scraped out. And just to avoid any anything causing any issues with the cloth diapers, we do wash them in separate loads. Which only creates a little bit more laundry because the 1.5-year-old is not going through diapers as quickly as my 5-month-old is. So we just run them in separate loads and it works out great. Or when we had talked about starting cloth diapering with our oldest when I was pregnant for her, my husband looked at me, he's like, I love the idea of it. His parents had cloth diapers, several of his siblings and him. My parents had done it with several of mine. He's like, but it is an initial investment. So if you're going to do this, I'm requesting that you stick with it. Not that we can never use disposables, but I don't want it to be that we spend, $200 on diapers and then not really use them. So I said, fine. I promise I will use them, barring unforeseen circumstances, at least through like the first 4 kids. After that, we will see. So now that I'm on to our 5th and still cloth diapering, I feel like I have kept that promise. And they have definitely saved us thousands of dollars. I will link some other videos down below that I've done on cloth diapering. Some of them back in 2020 when it was just my oldest, and some more recent ones I've done in the last year. It's something that I'm weirdly passionate about. I don't know why I am so passionate about it, because it is like literally just how you're dealing with your child's bodily functions. But it has saved us so much money, and I actually really enjoy it. I think cloth diapers are just cute. Even if you're not getting into the fancy prints and all that, which if you get into collecting prints for covers, it won't save you money. You will spend all of it on that. How we've done it has saved us a ton of money, and I really enjoy it. So I am excited that I can continue it with our 5th. We have, I think, 36. I think we start off with 36 of these. I got these with our 4th child. Unfortunately, a bag of peed-on diapers got lost for like a month. And so I lost, I think, 4 or 5 that just kind of disintegrated because I got tied up in a plastic bag and stuck somewhere really weird. I don't remember where it was, but we didn't find them for like a month or 2 months. And they did not handle that well. So you definitely don't want to leave them for an extended period of time dirty, because it'll eat through the fabric. But they will definitely work through our 5th, and yeah, we'll be good. So upcoming purchases, cloth diaper wise, I foresee myself needing to get another round of snappies. She actually broke one wiggly around in bed like a week ago, and the snappy that's currently on her is definitely on its last legs. They say they only last for 6 months. I've found we get a lot longer out of them. I think we brought 3 or 4 packages over the cloth diapering time we've had, but they do wear out, so we're gonna need to buy some more of those, and we may need to buy some more pre-folds depending on how quickly she grows out of this size and when I potty train the next older child. We shall see. But right now I don't need to buy any cloth diapers. I do need to sew some more wool covers, and if I am out somewhere and I see some PUL covers for affordable, I will probably get some, because some of our PUL covers are starting to break down from use. I don't treat my covers particularly great, but I still find they last through multiple kids even when I got them used, so I don't really worry about it. It's just when they start leaking, I get rid of them. And if it's a cover that I spent like $2 on and I cloth diapered 2 children with it, I feel like it is definitely worth it to be able to put them in the dryer and not have to think about it, as opposed to them maybe lasting through another kid. But that's just my personal opinion. I am a big use it until it's worn out person. Not abuse it, but like I want stuff to fit into my life, not me having to go out of my way to make stuff work. So yeah, I will link the cloth diapering playlist at the end of this video here in a moment, and I will link some specific videos down below that have some other stuff if you're interested. I am debating about doing another video just on what I would do for a cloth diaper stash if I was starting all over again with nothing, knowing what I know now. If that's something that would be interesting to you, please let me know down below, because I would love to do that if that would be helpful. I have different videos on how to cloth diaper for under $50 and how to cloth diaper for under $25 that were made in 2025, so the prices should still be pretty accurate. I don't think anything's jumped that much. So if you want to get in cloth diapering and don't want to spend hundreds of dollars, there is options. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know down below if there are any cloth diapering videos that you would really love to see me put out, or any questions or any other types of videos that you would love to see me do. I will see you in a few days for the next video. I hope you enjoyed my cloth diapering playlist. God bless. Bye.